lives, I can face tomorrow. Hi everybody, Pastor Jed here, and I'm so glad that you've joined me again today for Hope and Hymns. It was the late 1960s here in America, and it was a time of great turmoil and unrest in our country. The civil rights movement was boiling over, and some of the leading activists had just been assassinated. The Vietnam War was raging and was claiming thousands of our young men and women. Tensions were boiling over in our society, and many people were turning to drugs, and it seemed like the moral fabric of our country was eroding faster than ever. This movement came about called the God is Dead movement. And it was in this setting that Bill and Gloria Gaither, they got news that they were expecting a baby. It was to be an exciting time, but it was right at this time that Bill Gaither, he said that he was diagnosed with mono, and he went into a deep depression. He and his wife would talk, and they would ask each other, if the world is in this condition right now, if this is what's going on, what's it going to look like in 15 or 20 years from now when this child that we're going to have grows up? What are they in for, and what are they going to face? Rather than cower in fear, they got down on their knees, they began to pray together, and they determined that courage and confidence, it doesn't come from a stable world. This world has always had instability. If you think about it, Jesus was born into one of the cruelest times in the history of the world there in Bethlehem under King Herod. No, they said, we're going to go on living our lives because we have the hope of the resurrection, that Jesus Christ has won a victory for us, and by his power, we can go forward and face whatever it is that the world is going to bring our way. A few months later, their baby arrived, and they named him Benjamin, which means most beloved son. A few weeks later, the hymn, Because He Lived, was also birthed. And I want you to listen to the text of the second stanza that they wrote, and just hear this great confidence. It says, how sweet to hold our newborn baby and feel the pride and the joy he gives, but greater still, the calm assurance this child can face uncertain days because Christ lives. They go on to write one of the most famous choruses in hymnody, and I love this, and we can draw strength from this today for our lives in these uncertain times. It says this: because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone, because I know that he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. Isn't that great? We can live with confidence today because of the words of this hymn, but because of the words of Jesus in the book of John, when he said, in this world you're going to have trouble, but take courage. I have overcome the world. Whatever you're facing today, I know that the Lord is with you. And by his grace and his strength, he's going to carry us through these days. And so until we get together again as his family, God be with you, and God give you strength for the journey. Amen.